Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us again today for some epic surf news. We got Kyan over here from Florida, St.
What's
Augustine.
up?
Yeah, so today I wanted to bring on for this board meeting a shortboard ripper. So that's why Kyan's on today, because we're going to talk about a few things, including the wave pool comp that's going to be coming up this weekend, Rumble at the Ranch. So Kyan, man,
Joking,
thanks for showing up.
of
And
course.
how you been doing in general?
I've been doing pretty good. Just got back from my trip from Cali. That was pretty fun. Came
Mm,
home to a new board and a nice little swell, which I was stoked about. And yeah, Hurricane Isaias, I believe it's
hmm,
called.
that's tough. So were you trying to get that board made for your trip and it came late and that's why it's there now?
Well, I actually got this like round nose fish from
Mm.
Lost,
Oh,
and it's like the RNF Redux, and it was supposed to be
okay.
like it was supposed to come in before Cali, so I was
Okay.
probably gonna bring it because the waves didn't look huge, which it would
Mm-hmm.
probably be fun on a fish, but I just brought like my regular shortboards, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the waves were small when you came, I guess. So yeah, well, we're definitely gonna have to tell me a little bit about that trip, but before we get into that, I want to talk about the big news. That's the Rumble at the Ranch contest coming up this weekend. Sunday is when they're going to put it on, kind of like Sunday football or something.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that's
you've been following along with that thing at all? You've been reading up on it, or
not a lot, but
okay,
I have heard some stuff about it.
okay,
But I
cool.
definitely haven't been just like right on top of it, but
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching it. So,
Well, I did a little bit of homework. I didn't do a ton of reading up until a couple days ago, so I put together a little information, definitely enough stuff that'll help you make some picks for this event. So this is a specialty event, everybody out there. It's like it's gonna be co-ed. So it's a guy and a girl, and there's gonna be gotta look here, 6, 7 teams. Actually 8 teams, I think, on going out. So they picked the teams out of a hat. So everybody put their names in a hat, and then they drew them out, and whoever got picked, and then they put them together. So um, I am going to let you know who some of the teams are, Kyan, and see if we disagree on who we think is going to win.
okay.
so, um, so let me see here. I'm going to go ahead and read off this list to you guys. Philippe Toledo and Coco Ho, that's one team. Kalohe and Alyssa Spencer, that's another team. Seth Moniz and Carissa Moore.
Ooh,
Kelly
I like that
Slater
one.
and Sage Erickson. Connor Coffin, Kira Pinkerton. Adriano D'Souza, Caroline Marks.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one.
Griffin Colapinto and Lakey Peterson.
Oh, that's the win.
Kanoa Igarashi and Tatiana Weston Webb. So those are the teams that they put together. So it's kind of some. I mean, some of those would be kind of tough because, yeah, there's a lot of good teams. You were
I
I heard you go ooh and ah. So somebody caught your attention out of that list. Who is sticking out to you?
um Griffin Colapinto
Hmm.
and I think it was Lakey
Lakey.
Peterson.
Yeah, it was
That's gonna
Lakey.
be a pretty good team. And because I know he surfs surf ranch pretty well. I've seen some footage of him.
Mhm.
I like Connor Coffin. Like I watch a lot of stuff on him surfing the surf ranch.
Okay.
And but yeah, I think my favorite is probably gotta be Griffin and Lakey.
Okay. Yeah, I put Griffin. It's probably hard to remember all those names and teams I just threw at you. But I put Griffin and Lakey are on my list. I think I went. I'll give you my order. Kelly Slater, Sage Erickson.
Yeah, that'll be a
Um,
good one. Just because it's
yeah.
his ranch. I mean,
Well,
surfs really
I
well.
think I get right. He's got to have a little bit of edge on this thing.
Yeah.
He's he's definitely one of the older competitors, but at the same time, a nice even wave, predictable situation.
Mm-hmm.
And just, yeah, he's had his mind wrapped around the technology for quite a long time. So I think that he's going to be on fire.
Yeah,
Sage
I see
Erickson,
that.
my gosh, man, she's just surfing so good these days. And
Mm-hmm.
she posted a clip the other day on Instagram, and man, she was just this pocket turn, right in the barrel kind of hit.
Really?
And
Where was it
yeah,
at?
so I was feeling that. So I got my money on them. If I were to put my second team, I went with Adriano de Souza and Caroline Marks.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree there. That's gonna be a pretty good team. Caroline Mark's backhand is fire, so I think
yeah, she is
she'll rip that way.
super solid. She's been surfing around Oceanside lately. I've been getting the little coconut wireless going off. People telling me she's been in the lineup. And so she's definitely been training, and obviously she's on every world list for every competition that will happen
Yeah,
one day. And D'Souza, gosh, he's a Charger. I'd like to see him come up and do something here at the wave pool. My third pick was Kanoa Igarashi and Tatiana Weston Webb, because Kanoa's
yeah,
just been
that's a
a
pretty good one.
beast, right? He's been training so hard, looks so serious.
Kanoa is sick.
Yeah, he's pretty good. And Tatiana's a solid surfer too. I think she's kind of got the focus that this competition might require. And then my fourth, which is probably too many picks to be picking. Next thing you know, I picked up the whole lineup, but was Griffin and Lakey. I agree. Griffin is very technical, and he's looking super solid, as well as Lakey. I'm a big fan of her surfing
Yeah,
in
she
general.
rips.
I would like to see that be the upset team, right? Like
Mhm.
like maybe not scheduled or predicted to win, but I would say if anybody's going to upset this lineup,
Yeah,
it's going
like
to
the
be
underdogs.
the underdogs for sure. Maybe underappreciated surfers out there, or at least under-recognized anyways. So
Yeah,
yeah, I would love to see them come up.
people hear like Kelly Slater, Kelly Slater. You know,
I know, see, and that's why I was a little bummed, because he was at the top of my list too. I was like, that's the exact thing that like came to my head, was like,
everyone's gonna be like
yeah,
surprised if he doesn't
right, and
do great.
everybody's gonna pick Kelly Slater, right? I mean,
Yeah, he's
he's got
probably the fan favorite.
he's got the name recognition, right? He's got, or had his name on the poll anyways for a minute, so.
Yeah.
So in terms of this particular event, or the wave pool events in general, I mean, this will be shorter, right? In terms of like the typical CT
Everyone.
events.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's your attention span on this stuff, man? I mean, obviously you've been surfing wave pools. That's one thing.
Mhm.
Have you been watching a lot of wave pool contests? What's been your situation watching them in the past?
Well, I've actually been in a wave pool contest.
Right, right.
The one in Texas, Waco. I was
Hmm.
there for the Rip Curl Grom search, like I said in the last episode.
Yeah.
And it's definitely very nerve-wracking. I think I probably got like 14th out of 18, something like that, like 15th or something.
Okay.
But like, it's so just nerve-wracking, especially like that it's the same wave every time,
Right.
and you're just like thinking like, okay, what am I gonna do on this wave, and just like try not to blow it.
Right.
I was pretty nervous. But
Yeah. It's like almost more pressure knowing that for sure a wave is coming to you, versus
yeah,
like swimming around looking for it, wondering if it's going to
I
come.
agree, because you just know it's like coming. Everyone's watching.
Yeah, I think
It's
like
coming.
typically, you might be able to blame it on like luck, or the ocean really wasn't working with me that day. But the wave
Mhm.
pool's like, it's going to come.
It was there.
Yeah. So what about watching it though? On the other side of it,
Watching it.
yeah.
Well, from my opinion and my perspective, I honestly believe that watching it is a little bit boring than like regular contests.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
like everyone has like a different perspective.
Right.
But like I believe that watching it is definitely a little more boring just because it's the same thing every time. But it's cool to see like what everyone will do to like mix it up.
Right.
But
Right.
like I know like that wave is gonna come and it's kind of like boring. But I
Yeah.
like
It's.
watching it. Like I'll still watch it, but it's not
Yeah.
gonna
I
be
think.
my favorite event.
Yeah. I usually put the event on and I watch it. I tend to like walk around or do other stuff, come back
Hmm.
to it.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just
they,
on.
yeah, I think they come up with really good highlights from it because, like
Hmm.
you said, somebody's going to
Yeah, I like the
perform.
highlight. Hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag for me as well. It does get a little monotonous, a little bit boring, because in the ocean, you kind of, when you're watching it as a surfer, you're kind of looking at the ocean too, going, "Oh man, paddle over there,"
Yeah,
or
that's what I was thinking.
yeah, there's all these things that you're kind of considering as a surfer when you're watching it, and the wave pool, it takes all that like out of the engagement. Um,
Yeah.
so it'd be nice maybe one day if they started randomizing the waves a little differently,
Yeah,
or
that would be sick.
right, and
That's what
like
I was thinking.
yeah, and I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I think there has to be some sort of adjustment. Yeah, I think
I
there's just
think in Waco, like there was 3 wave sets, and
mhm,
all 3 of them, like they were pretty much the same, but like all 3 of them were a little bit different.
okay.
So the second one tubed a little more. I think like the third one was just like a little more, a little faster or something random like that. I don't
Hmm.
know, something like that. The first one was like a little bit mushy, but
Hmm.
yeah,
It's
that's
kind of,
what.
I guess it's kind of tricky because everybody wants the same way, or like y- yeah, I guess like you may not want the mushy wave, or
Mm,
but the Kelly Slater wave pool's so long, you would think that they could change that thing up quite a few times. And
yeah,
it's
I
just
saw like at the end there's like that little hollow section at the end of his wave pool, which I kind of like that. Like I wish it was hollow, but like Waco, but
did you see that Julian Wilson clip where he's it's like the Red Bull, they have like a beam or like a flotation device.
yeah, I saw that. Was that in Kelly's wave pool?
Well, I don't know if it was
I think
there,
it was
but
in Australia. I'm
probably
not sure.
somewhere else. Yeah, I
But
think it
that
was
looked
somewhere
so
else.
sick. He was trying to like skate on it.
Yeah, rail slide. I was
Yeah,
like,
that was
wow.
sick.
And then they show that thing just getting tumbled in the wave a couple times,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Like yeah, I've seen the movie like The Doc, like from Stab. They brought out like a
yeah,
dock in Indo
yeah, yeah.
and like jumped off of it. It looked pretty sick.
I actually went and checked out Vela, the John series that you talked about last time, and
Oh
yeah, that was
yeah?
pretty cool. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
that was a pretty
I like
awesome
that.
series.
Mhm.
Yeah, so thanks for that recommendation on that one.
Of
Um,
course.
all right, so we got you for Griffin and Lakey. So everybody out there, Kyan's rooting for Lakey and Griffin. So
Of
if you
course,
guys
like
got
Caroline Marks though. I like
Caroline
Caroline
Marks and
Marks, but
Adriana D'Souza,
they're a
that's
pretty good team.
okay. So there you go, everybody. You've heard it from us. Chime down below. Let us know who you're claiming, and if I am right, hopefully you guys will send me some money or something. I'm not going to bet. I'm not going to pay if I lose. So. um, so right on with that. Well, we'll see who comes up on top on that one. So the new season format. Have you heard anything about that stuff since our last chat, or not much?
I haven't heard much about it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I know that this whole year is going to be a very strange in
Mm-hmm.
the sports events and stuff, but
Yeah.
I haven't heard much about particularly surfing
Right.
in general. But like I've heard a lot about other sports just being like no fans and all this other stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get super technical right here and see if I can share this image. Let's see here. Aha. There we go. Old school guy right here.
Oh.
Okay, so here's in terms of the schedule that they're trying to come up with. So they broke this thing down into like 3 levels, right? So, you know, I think we're typically looking at the qualifying series and we're looking at the championship tour. And so now they've got this kind of, I guess, middle tier of the challenger series. So, you know, that's something new there. And it looks like they're going to, you know, push the kind of have an overlap of the championship tour between the qualifying series and the challenger series. So that's one part of the changes there. So the other thing they're going to do is they're going to have 10 events, and the women and the men are actually going to be on the same locations for the first time.
Oh,
So, you know, so before they were like, you know, no,
like every event.
Yeah. So before it was like no women at chopes or no women at pipe, or so now we're going to see it all. We're going to see it happen. So
That's pretty sick.
Pretty excited for that. You know, they still, in terms of changes, they still didn't really level the playing field for men and women. So there's still more men. I guess there's equal pay, which is cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I guess they just, for some reason, they just don't. There's still less women or more men or something. So, you know, hopefully WSL will kind of sort that out in the future. I'd like to see more of the women surfing and see what they got going on. Give them more opportunities. So I mean, I guess not a whole lot of changes. I guess there's just same locations. Oh, I know. So the last location, the finals, is on one day. I think we talked about that last time. So it sounds like you're going to work for points, and at the end of it, there's going to be 5 women and 5 men, if I'm not mistaken, that are just going to be on finals day. And yeah, it's all going to happen on one day to decide the whole thing. What do you think about that?
That's going to be a short day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that decision. That's going to be cool. And like, are they gonna have fans at the contest, or are they just going to go like?
You know, I think right now, I mean, yeah, everything's like kind of asterisks. COVID-19 will determine, but what they did say about the finals is that it's not going to be at Pipe, or, you know, usually it's North Shore end of the year, and so right now it's to be determined. So
I should have it somewhere cool.
yeah, you know, what's funny is that so right before the finals are actually going to be at Chopes, so they're going to get the heavy stuff, and then the finals
are the girls doing that?
Yeah.
Chopes, dang.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the boys better watch out, man. They're gonna have to show up.
Caroline Marks. Saw some footage of her charging Chopes.
Oh, did you? How was that?
Yeah, she went there like a month or 2 ago, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was it? Was it big or what?
It wasn't huge. I think it was like medium size for Chopes.
Which is like more dangerous or something sometimes if it's too small.
Yeah. I feel like it's actually less dangerous because when it's too small, it's like dry reef, and then when it's big, it's just like scary.
I know. Either way, I think either way, it's a tough one.
Yeah,
so the last comp, the finals, they haven't put the location. It's just to be determined. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna. My gut feeling is that it's in September. The window is September 8th through, I don't know, the 20th or something. And so to me, that seems to correspond with Trestles. I mean, every year they used to have Trestles, it was always in that time frame.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then a lot of the pros, even international, so if there's like a COVID issue or something, like a lot of those people all have houses or live in San Clemente now, or in the area. So they kind of took that place over in the last 5 or 10 years. So I think my gut feeling, you know, if I were to get paid for being right, I would say Trestles is where it's going to be, provided there's some swell.
Yeah, there's always a little wave there.
Well, speaking about little waves at Trestles, let's talk about that. Your recent trip came to SoCal. That was about a month ago or several weeks ago?
Probably like 2 weeks ago
Okay, yeah.
from now.
Mm-hmm.
This recording date.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Captain's log.
yeah,
Mm.
it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was my first time surfing trestles, so.
Wow. So well, yeah, it was small. You came, you brought
I
small
mean, it was
waves.
probably like 2 to 3, occasionally larger, Florida style. So it's like, I don't know how big that is.
Oh, okay, cool. You had a little rattle.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, so it was 2 to 3. Yeah, it was. I remember that time it was pretty small. That it still is small right now. I mean, it's like 1 foot
Mhm.
right now. So, so you came and you surfed a bunch of spots. Where are some of the places that you surfed at?
We surfed a lot in like southern, or I think it was like just like we surfed a lot in San Diego. We
Mhm.
we were actually staying in La Jolla,
Oh, cool. Hmm.
California, but
Did
we
you did you
definitely
did you
made some
sneak
road
over to
trips up there.
Blacks?
No, but we did surf Scripps, which is
Okay, right
near
there.
Blacks, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah, that's right by
But
there.
yeah, we definitely made some trips up to like San Clemente. We didn't go much further north than that though.
So T Street. You
Yeah,
also hit T Street.
T Street was fun.
I think
I like T
I
Street.
saw some video of you surfing T Street.
Yeah, there's a few videos. I think like
So,
the biggest day we didn't get any videos, but there's
well, everybody's surfing when the waves are big, so no one wants to
exactly,
record.
exactly. Yeah, that's like I didn't really get any videos at lowers because like there was no one really taking videos. My
At,
dad took some videos and then just got bored.
yeah, so T Street. I mean, that's pretty much like Grom Central right there. I mean,
I know. We saw
it's like
like Ian Crane and a few other people, but it
yeah,
was
it's
fun.
funny. There's like big people in the mix, but like it's kind of like there's like all these schools of Grom, so they're just kind of trying to
Yeah, I saw so
sort
many
your
little
way out.
groms.
Oh, and
You
they're
just like
hungry.
caught a wave on the outside, just swerving through all these little groms.
Yeah, it's
Some
like a slalom
mini
track.
guys out there. Some like
Yeah,
4-year-olds just charging.
yeah,
It's
they're
kind of fun.
hungry and they're good. I mean, the little
Yeah,
kids
some
are
of them are really good.
super good. Yeah, so I only surf there once in a while, usually when it's a summertime vacation day or something. And
Hmm.
so you got some waves there. I saw that, and then I saw at lowers you got a right at lowers
I definitely
video.
got. Yeah, I have a video of a right. I think it was a right.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it was a right. Then I have another video from T Street with just like a little lip tap or something, just
I
to
saw
like
at
show it.
lowers it looked like you almost busted an air over a couple people. There's always somebody in the way or somebody in the lineup at Trestles.
I actually, that's funny that you said that. I actually did do a little air over someone. Like
Yeah.
I all hit over someone duck diving, like right when I took off. The takeoff is just crazy. Like there's like 30 people paddling for one wave. You just got to
Yeah,
be
it's,
really deep, or you just got to go and hope you didn't drop it on someone.
I think that's the thing is probably most people are just going at lowers, and or
Yeah, I definitely had some people
everybody
staking.
acts like they're going, which is
Hmm.
kind of like so when the wave comes, everybody kind of shrinks into a little pocket,
Hmm.
and then like everybody's got the game face, but then sometimes people don't go, so you got to kind of like go, glide in, get it, and like you said, stall on the takeoff maybe because the wave's slow.
It's pretty slow. You can get around it. Just like some
Yeah.
foam climbs and you got the
Hmm.
face. But like every once in a while on the sets, like sometimes they would go like they would stretch out. Some
Hmm.
of them will like be
Right.
wide
Yeah,
and
swing. Yeah,
go out a little
swingers.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I actually caught like two of like the sets
Nice.
just because like I saw a set coming and I was just like, all right, I'm either gonna get this from someone who falls on the takeoff or like go out wide and try to get it myself. And
Right.
I just went out wide and I actually got a few sets, which I was stoking about because there was no one really out there. There was like a
Yeah.
few wakeboarders.
Uppers is kind of that way too, where
Yeah.
there's a the primary takeoff, but if there's enough swell in the water, there's a wide guy who'll sneak in, and yeah. So that wave I saw, I mean, looked like you got several turns, and you got all the way pretty much till the wave died. So
Yeah.
that was a good run.
That wasn't actually one of my best waves. It was just like a wave.
Yeah. Oh, I put that statement under every picture or video I ever do. I got a better one before this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else? I mean, what other spots did you end up surfing? Was there any little secret spots or any cool little areas
Secret
you found
spots.
that you found when you were on
There
your trip?
was a secret spot we went to 2 days in a row. 3 days in a row, actually. We surfed there again.
Is that down by La Jolla, or where was that?
It was in Del Mar.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna say exactly where it is, but
Del Mar's good.
yeah, we had fun there. Like, it was crazy because we surfed Scripps one day, and then we went to Del Mar. We found this little spot, and it was like a foot bigger. I was like,
Right.
wow, like, they're right next to each other pretty much. But
yeah, Del Mar seems to get some size, and it's got a lot of that reef action under there, like kind of like hard shelf reef, and definitely an underrated surf spot. Definitely a good one, and a pretty chill crowd as well.
Yeah, there was like no one out, which I loved about it. Like, I could get it anyway if I wanted. Anyone could, really.
Yeah, I think that's why I dig that place. What else? You were in town for a couple weeks, or what? Or a week, or?
I was there for like a week and a half, I think, maybe.
And how'd you end up traveling? Did you guys drive, fly? How'd you do it?
So we flew out of Jacksonville, Florida, and we had a pit stop in Dallas, I think.
Oh, yeah,
somewhere in Texas.
Yeah.
And we went straight into San Diego Airport. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah. That's my favorite airport. So
yeah, it's a nice airport.
Traveling, everybody made it safe, and everybody's boards made it safe. The whole
yes.
Wow.
Yes, all my boards made it.
Okay.
My dad brought his board. Brother brought his board. We actually went out there and we met my older brother. Okay. His name's Franco.
Oh, Franco.
He was that guy that got bit by a shark and went to the bar. I don't know if anyone.
Oh, I heard about that. That too.
That's my brother.
Damn, was it?
Like, hey, I never knew you had a brother.
Like, the shark just nibbled on him, or what? Just a little nibble.
He just kind of got nipped. I don't know. There's like a Surfline cam rewind. I don't know if you can put it up, but
yeah, for sure.
Pretty sick.
So everybody made it safe. Nobody. You had to mask up at the airport, or what happened?
Yeah, masks the whole time on the plane.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
Sucked,
but so what airline got you guys there safe and got your boards there safe?
Well, it was actually American.
Okay. All right. Well, American Airlines, there you go, taking care of my people, getting them safe.
Good job, American.
Back and forth. Yeah.
The boards were pretty cheap. I think it was like $30 a bag, maybe something like that.
Wow.
Pretty cheap.
Okay.
I'm not sure about that. I think.
Yeah, I saw some drama. A couple of the like Inertia or some people were sharing about some boards that got smashed. I think on American, but
yeah, I saw that.
But man, I looked at the pictures. The boards were not packed very good. It was like 6 boards. Yeah, there was like 6 boards with like a little, thin sheet in between them, and I'm like,
yeah, they can't be surprised about that. I mean,
dude, when I travel, I make like a nose piece. I make like a little tail piece.
Yeah, I put like bubble wrap around it.
Yeah, I'm ready for somebody to drop a hammer on it and still survive. Yeah,
I put it in like 4 board bags or something into like big board bags.
Yeah, wetsuit, towel. I just put everything.
Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah. And then of course the main bag is heavy, but it's worth it.
Yeah, the nose and the tail. I always protect the nose, and then that kind of just makes a bigger area. It's a little heavier.
I actually put like a pool noodle around. Like I cut up pool noodles and put them on the rails. I didn't do that this time, but I've done that in the past.
Oh,
it worked for me.
You should paddle out leave them on and paddle out like that.
Floaty.
Pool noodle style.
That'd be sick.
So what's your impression, your first time coming to SoCal, Trestles? I mean, what's your overall impression with the area, San Diego and the surf spots?
Crowded.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, very crowded.
I love In-N-Out.
Mm,
That was good. We don't have that here, so
yeah, I know. I
that was
love
definitely
In-N-Out.
a win.
They
Double.
They put one right by my regular surf spot.
Oh, really?
So there's a lot
Good
of
after
people.
like a session. I think we probably got it. We probably got it pretty often. I don't know how many times, but it was so good.
Did you get snaked or what?
I did at lowers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was a few times some people dropped in on me, and
Yeah.
I kind of like went up behind them and turned right in front of them, and they
Yeah.
got scared. So I just scare them away.
Yeah, it's a slow enough wave. You can kind of maneuver around and
Yeah.
you'll see all the tricks there. The bigger the waves get, there's a whole there's leash pulling and paddle arm tangling and there's all kinds of things that go on over there. But yeah, well, at least hey, you earn your stripes. You got a couple stripes on the uniform now.
Mhm.
So recent swell hit East Coast. How do you even say that hurricane name? Or what is it? How do you do it?
So it's pronounced Isaias, I believe.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right.
Not sure about that, but it was so fun.
Yeah.
So it started on like Saturday morning. We
Okay.
actually had a surf contest up in the Poles, which is in Jacksonville, which the drive is probably about from here, for about like an hour.
Wow.
Probably from like La Jolla to Lowers is the same.
Okay. So you had to drive over there to get the best waves for the hurricane.
Or no, we had a surf contest that day.
Oh, okay. And so
Kinda cool,
what did you? So they're having surf contests in Florida now.
Yeah, they are.
Like, is that East Coast? Like what?
It was ESA.
ESA.
Like Eastern Surfing Association. Yeah. It's probably like one of my last years doing it.
Okay.
Just trying to qualify for the Prime, USA Prime.
Okay. All right.
Going for that.
Okay, good. And so what happened at this comp? So you guys got waves for the comp and
We did. It was fun. It was probably like 3 to 4 foot rights. It wasn't like too top to bottom too. It was pretty mushy.
Okay.
So it was fun. I loved it. And the swell was actually picking up as the day went on. I don't know if you could put a picture of it.
Yeah.
Of like the hurricane, but it kind of like came from the Bahamas, I think, and came like up the coast, kind of like Dorian, around Florida up to like the Carolinas. But the day, so it hit on it. It didn't really hit us. We didn't even get a lot of rain, just kind of wind, bad weather, but it wasn't terrible. We didn't get the worst of it. I think South Carolina, they got it pretty bad, but it was only like a tropical storm when it passed us. So, and it was off our coast, which was nice. And then,
did you surf like? How long did it last? Was it like a week of swell? Is there still waves, or what's going on with it?
It was like 3 days, but
okay. You had to get it, so everything else goes on hold, and you guys just surf for 3 days as much as you can.
Exactly. No, yeah, but it hit like Sunday night. Surfed like all day Monday. It was really, it was actually pretty big. It was probably like 5 foot, but Monday was big, and then it cleaned up. It was probably like 2 to 3, occasionally larger on Tuesday. Perfect offshore, clean, spitting tubes. It was really fun. Tuesday.
Yeah, I saw that one wave you got. I mean, that thing looked at least 4 foot or something.
Yeah, that was at the Poles. The one that I just posted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was at the Poles.
What's
send
that?
You a few.
So what's the surf spots like the ones you surf during the swell? Are they beach breaks? Are they reef breaks or?
Not much reef in Florida. But
All
where
right.
I surfed on Monday, it was just a beach break on
Mhm.
4th Street. Just like a
Okay.
beach break around town.
Right
And I
on.
surfed it with a few friends. It was fun.
So who was ripping during the swell, man? The swell comes up, big chargers come out. Anybody you see out there just like owning it?
Yeah. I mean, gotta give some credit to the man Easton Green.
Okay, nice.
He's charging,
What's he
sending
surfing?
everything.
Shortboard, longboard? What's this guy surf?
He surfs like a fish and a log,
Mhm.
but he prefers like a log normally, but it's pretty tough
Yeah.
with
Okay.
these conditions.
Yeah, right on. So the beaches over there, is the parking lots open? I mean, is it like,
Well, for me, I live on the beach,
okay,
so I just ride my bike to most of the spots, but
yeah,
if you don't live on the beach or near the beach, there's parking at like St. Augustine Pier. There's a public parking area, and then there's parking up and down the lettered streets.
but it's not like impacted from like coronavirus. They don't like block it off or anything. Okay. All
Now,
right.
when the beach is closed, they did, but
Yeah, but it's all open. Yeah. So over here they were kind of still doing some of the parking stuff, and just I noticed maybe 3 or 4 days ago that they seem like they opened up most of the parking regular now. So
yeah.
yeah. So Kyan, man, that was awesome. That was sick. Yeah. Anything else you want to throw out, or anything you want to talk about too before we wrap it up?
Well, for everyone in California, that was actually my first time surfing lowers, and we didn't know how to get there really.
Okay.
And we were walking all over the place. We pulled it up on maps. It was a long walk, very
Yeah.
tired, but yeah,
So you paid your dues on that then. You had to like
yeah.
wander around, like kind of kooking it a little bit,
Mhm.
asking for
Exactly.
directions, and people are
Yeah.
like, "No, go that way." And
Hmm.
and I'm sure if you're going the right way, somebody still might point you the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Like that's how you ended up at T Street. They're like, "Yeah, it's over there by the pier."
Yeah.
Um, yeah, the so down here, all the Groms now, see they all have it dialed in. So there's like a little like drop off spot right at the top of this road at
Yeah,
Basilone.
that's what we found out.
Right. So
We're
but you
like,
got
why
the
did
hard part is your parents. So usually somebody's mom or dad comes in a van and
Yeah,
has like
somebody
20,
saw us and they told us that.
yeah, they drop off the Groms with food and whatever else, and then they come back and pick them up. But
Mhm.
your parents probably wanted to surf, so they probably didn't want to drop you off.
Yeah. Or actually, my dad didn't surf. He just came. Well, we didn't really know what we were doing.
Yeah.
Like, I know I see a lot of people on electric bikes and stuff, and I was like, dang, I need one of
Gotcha.
those. But I didn't know about the drop off spot.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot to learn over there. There's like all those different spots have these different little personalities too. And so middles, did you get a chance to surf middles?
I didn't, but
Hmm.
we saw like a little map of everything. We saw
It's
like
pretty much right. I
charters.
mean, it depends, but it's pretty much right there,
I
just
checked the
over from
Surfline
the
cam
right.
for like
It's like literally
churches and all that stuff.
churches is
He
good.
told me
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
churches
that
is
looks
really
nice.
fun. There's less people, a little less action. Middles is at the drop off. So when you take that right,
I
pretty much
saw
where that
that.
it ends, there's just like this little spot. And sometimes it's not breaking if it's small, but
I don't think it was breaking when we were there, but
it's really hard the hardest thing about surfing middles is that it's so far on the inside. And so the wave is actually a fun wave, but
mhm.
you have to like, if you're paddle out right there, then you have to look at lowers the whole time,
Yeah,
which is like breaking out farther, better. And so it's
that's what
really
I would not
hard.
like about that.
Yeah,
I
so you
would
just kind of overlook it and you're just like, it's super hard. I,
While
I
lures
always
is
get,
going off.
yeah, I get pulled like a tractor beam. I just kind of get dragged over to lowers if I'm at middles after a while. You just get too
Yeah.
like fired up. Um, Yeah, so there's definitely some stuff to learn about where to park. So did you guys end up parking on the street or in the parking lot over at
We
Christian
parked in
Lucas?
the parking lot.
Okay, all right.
So
So I have a state pass. I have a couple passes actually for parking just to make my life easier.
mhm.
But there's a state one. It's like, I don't know, 100, 200, $190 or something like that. And so it gets you parking in that little parking lot right by Carl's Jr. that you're probably talking about.
yeah, that's where we parked.
Yeah, and there's usually a bunch of street parking.
Yeah, we saw all that street parking and everything.
Yeah, so but outside of that, there's no parking. So when they shut it down over there, it was super tough. You had to go, definitely had to have the bike to like, because it put on a much bigger walk.
Yeah, bike's probably helpful.
Well, right on, bro.
Sweet.
All right, everybody. Thank you for checking in. Kyan, thanks for rolling up on us on this
Thank
video
you so much for having me.
board
Second
meeting.
time.
So Kyan, what's the shout outs, man? Who's showing you love? Who should people be looking at to get their surf products from?
Wow. If you live in Florida, go to Aqua East.
Hey, Aqua
And
East.
Lost Surfboards make some of the best surfboards. I love their stuff. And yeah, their driver 2.0 is pretty fire. They've got some nice like California twin fin. They've got a bunch of cool stuff. So make sure you go check out Lost, Aqua East, everything else.
There you go. Those are the 6
Follow
shout outs
me
right
on
there.
my Instagram at Kyan O'Rourke. Follow him. And yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. Check back in.